Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Omni viewer, and you guessed it, it's time for more rumor control. Seems like I've been doing a lot of that when it comes to the MonsterVerse, doesn't it? Well, this time around, the rumors stem from the second trailer for Godzilla King of the Monsters 2019. If you've seen the trailer, you probably know what I'm talking about. These two very quick shots of what appear to be new monsters bursting out of the ground. Or are they new monsters? That's where the rumor control comes in. You see, there are a lot, and I mean a lot of people, who are insisting that these are monsters we've seen before. Specifically, the popular theory is that whatever this thing is bursting out of the desert in what appears to be an oil field is the giant spider Kumonga, first introduced in Son of Godzilla. Meanwhile, this creature bursting out of a mountain is theorized to be Anguirus, first introduced in Godzilla Raids Again. What do I think? Well, this video is titled Rumor Control. For the sake of fairness, I will say this. Currently, we cannot completely rule out the possibility that there are other Toho monsters beyond the four we know, those being Godzilla, Rodan, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, appearing in this movie. I fully acknowledge that there exists a chance that we could be seeing other familiar Toho monsters. However, I do still believe that it is very, 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 very unlikely. Honestly, there is no hard evidence to suggest at this point that Warner Brothers has the rights to use any Toho monsters outside of the four we already know in these movies. Alright, fine, Warner Brothers did use Mechagodzilla in Ready Player One, but that wasn't really connected to the MonsterVerse, so I don't really think that counts for anything. Anguirus in particular has been rumored quite frequently for the MonsterVerse. There haven't been any rumors surrounding the inclusion of Kumonga. Those only seem to have popped up specifically because of this trailer, and the fact that this creature, whatever it is, sure does look like it's an arachnid or crustacean or something with an exoskeleton. However, I personally think that the most likely explanation for what these things are is that there's no possible way we can know what they are because they are new monsters. Bear in mind, the MonsterVerse has not been shy about introducing new monsters. New monsters, in fact, comprise the majority of what we've seen on screen. In the two movies we've seen released so far, there have only been two familiar kaiju, Godzilla and King Kong. Beyond that, we've had the Mutos and the Skullcrawlers and all the other strange creatures occupying Skull Island. And that's not even getting into those prequel comics. Heck, the original mission statement when the MonsterVerse was officially announced after Legendary had acquired the rights to Kong Skull Island was that it would be a shared universe comprised of monsters new and familiar. And Michael Dougherty has confirmed himself in multiple interviews that there are original monsters in King of the Monsters. So if these are shots of new creatures, then we have no way of knowing what they could possibly be. The best I can say is that the one in the desert might be a scorpion because of this one protuberance that looks kind of like a scorpion's tail, but then again it doesn't really look that much like a scorpion's tail, so it might not be. Now again, I will acknowledge that it is possible that Legendary and Warner Brothers worked out some kind of deal with Toho to get other monsters beyond the big four. But at the same time, it is such an unlikely possibility that I'm not about to put that many chips on that particular square. The odds are more in favor of these being some kind of original creatures. There is also, of course, the possibility of a middle ground wherein they are original creatures designed to be homages to classic kaiju. The reason the one in the mountains is thought to be Anguirus is because what little we see of it does look kind of spiky, and with Michael Dougherty being the huge Godzilla fan he is, you never know, he might have done that intentionally if that's not Anguirus. But otherwise, it wouldn't be Anguirus, it would be something new. But at this point, we honestly don't know. All I can say for certain is that back in 2014, people thought this was either Rodan or Mothra. So maybe keep that in mind before you tweet #Anguirus confirmed again. Now, if these do turn out to be familiar kaiju like Kumonga and Anguirus, I'll certainly be excited to see them, as long as they don't make Kumonga look too realistic, of course. I'm not exactly a fan of giant spiders, but like I said, I'm reserving that call for now. The odds are in favor of these being original monsters. But then again, who knows? Until such time as we meet again, this is the Omni Viewer signing off. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, as well as subscribe to the channel for more content of a similar nature. Also, check the description for links to our Twitter, DeviantArt, and Patreon pages, as well as the Amazon link for the novel Operation Red Dragon: The Daikaiju Wars Part 1, penned by yours truly. Thank you all, and we appreciate your support.